Peace. What's up? Hello, 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 hello. How you guys doing today? Again, we have another exciting day of basketball. Always trying to get better. I I can't wait till these things get high budget. I mean, seriously. This is drab. Seriously, I like doing things big. I always set my goals high so that I can achieve more and more things. But also because it's really interesting to set goals high. All right, when you set your goals high, then things just get easier and easier as time goes by because you stay enthusiastic. All right, but when things are drab and you set your goals low, like I want to make JV or something like that, that's not good. So for me, I want to make this show big time. So it's what I'm striving for. With that said, I played Dylan one on one today, and my goal was 7-0 and I did it 2 straight days. My goal was 7 days in a row, 7-0. I did not achieve that goal. He scored on me. I was mad. I was mad. And he hit a 3-pointer against me, but I still won the game. All right, what's up, Dylan? Yeah, so Dylan got me today, and I beat him 7-2. But I am mad about that shot. And I think when you set your goals high like that, I think it's a great thing because I mean if you try to swish a shot and you hit the rim and you're mad about the hitting the rim, that's just going to make you a great shooter. All right. So my goal was probably a little too high. I couldn't stop him from scoring everything, but that was my goal. And now my new goal, which he does not like my new goal. My new goal is to beat him every single day from now to March. All right. You ran your 5 miles today. Nice job. All right. So we're also setting Dylan's goals higher. All right. Or Sway. If he's gonna run 5 miles, he's Sway. All right. So I told him to run 5 miles a day, and also to shoot 500 shots a day. All right. That's a lot. That is a lot. And I got that. I got those numbers from two people, from Kevin Durant and from Tracy McGrady. And not directly from them. I don't know them. I'm not going to try to drop a name or something like that. It was what I was told when I was a freshman. I was Sway's age, right here, ninth grade, and I was in New York. And the guy said, this legendary coach, legendary guy. He's like the best youth basketball coach in the history of the planet. His name was Sonny. This New York guy, and he's like, when we had Tracy McGrady here, because he ran 7 miles every day before camp. And I remember thinking, probably just as you guys are thinking, good for him. I don't care. I'm not doing that. I don't need to do that. I can make it anyways. That was what I thought. I swear to God, that's what I thought. And I remember thinking, who is Tracy McGrady anyways? Tracy McGrady at the time, he was an NBA player, but he was coming off the bench. And he was best known for being Vince Carter's cousin. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. So did I wake up every morning? No, I didn't. Even though he told us the answer. Basically, it was like a math test, and it was 3 times 3 equals 9. And the guy was like, hey, 3 times 3 equals 9. And then I was like, screw that guy. And I wrote on my paper, 3 times 3 equals 6. There we go. It's dumb. Kids are dumb. It's crazy. And I just didn't listen to him. So then years later, I heard the Kevin Durant one where he told his mom he wanted to make the NBA. So his mom was like, I don't know how to make the NBA, but I guess I'll go try. And so she called some coaches up, boom, 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 boom. And she found out, hey, she's like 500 shots, 5 miles a day. That's what you got to do. So he's like, all right. So he's hyped. He starts doing it. And his mom's helping him out. She's driving alongside the car. She's rebounding for him, 500 shots. And then after a month, he goes, Mom, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too hard. And she goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was sitting down watching TV. You came to me and told me you want to make the NBA. You're doing this because I believe that you want to do it. So she forced him to do it. Forced him to do it. He was hating life. He did not like it at all. His mom forced him to do it because he asked to do it. How many of your parents have asked you or have made you do something that you once thought that you wanted to do? You were like, please, can I do this Taekwondo class or whatever it was? And then they were like, yeah. And then after a while, you're like, I don't want to do this. But then since they paid for it, they were like, nope, you're doing it. That was what Kevin Durant's mom made him do. And after about 6 months, he started seeing the fruit of his labor, started saying, oh, crap, I'm scoring on everybody. So he just kept doing it. All right. So sometimes we need some help being pushed over the edge. So Those are where I got the numbers from, and that's what Dylan Sway Divinity is trying to do. All right, and I admire him because, dude, I didn't shoot 500 shots a day. I wish I did. I didn't shoot 500 shots a day until my sophomore year in college. Then I started shooting 500 shots a day and writing them down. I wish I started earlier. Did I run 5 miles a day? Let me say it accurately enough. Let me think. I want to be honest. Let me think. Oh man, this is close. This is close. I'm weighing in between these two answers real quick. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty positive. Yes, I have never run 5 miles straight my entire life. Yeah, has to be. I remember doing 2 miles one time. Yeah, yo, running sucks. It's so hard. So I mean, if a kid that beat me 1-on-one a week ago decides to do all these things that I wasn't able to do and keeps working on it and makes it a part of his life and starts to love it, yo, the sky's the limit, man, because no one's doing that crap. All right. The amount of people on earth, including the NBA, who have shot 500 shots today and have run 5 miles today out of 8 billion people has to be fewer than 100. Has to be. Okay, let's just say 1,000. But the people that can do it every single day, yeah, definitely fewer than 100. All right, most definitely. Fewer than 100 people on Earth will run 5 miles a day and shoot 500 jumpers. You might get some cross country guys, of course. Five 5 miles a day, easy. You might get a whole bunch of shooters who shoot 500 shots a day. Probably like hundreds of thousands of shooters shoot 500 shots a day. But to do both, that's next level stuff. That's unbelievable. That's something that I could have never done. I don't think I could have. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So if you do that, you put yourself in the running, especially when this world's so big, but you make your group so small, and the NBA is only 400 people. You have a chance if you can do that kind of stuff. So great job with that, Sway. All right. Quote of the day is learn more from your failures. Learn more from your failures. That can be seen in two different ways. That can be seen as learn more from your failures than you learn from your successes. So like, the successes, like you should learn from those, but learn more from your failures. Or it can be seen as you might be learning from your failures now, but you should learn more from your failures. All right. So you can say learn more from your failures or learn more from your failures. All right. So it's what words you put the emphasis on. If it's the first one, learn more from your failures. All right. You should be excited when you have a failure because it's your chance to fix something. If it's the latter and you're learning more from your failures, think more in depth. All right. Don't just cry about the loss or be like, dang it, I messed up. No. Start to analyze it. Hey, analyze it like I did when I lost to Sway. All right. I was mad, yeah. But I started analyzing stuff and I was like, no. And these weren't excuses. I just put them out there. I was like, what did I mess up on? I was like, I messed up because his dad was there and I took it easy on him. I messed up because I shot too many shots. I should have driven more. I messed up because when I guarded him, I let the game drag on too long because I was tired. I messed up because his court's kind of slippery, so I have to stay out of that spot. I broke it down. I wrote it all out. I didn't write it out like legitimately, but I thought about every single aspect. The ball was kind of light, so I made sure that I had my ball that was like heavier because it was outdoors. I thought about so much. I got to his house earlier. All right, I didn't just show up there thinking that I could beat him. Now I get to his house 15 minutes early to shoot shots. For a little kid, I'm doing this. I don't even matter anymore. I'm not a basketball player, and I still do this. I got there early. I do my stretches in the morning. I do some jumps in the morning so that my legs are more athletic. I wear the right outfit. Like there's so much stuff that I do. I play music in the morning to hype myself up for these games. I'm telling you. I'm crazy. I and again, I failed on my one goal, and my new goal is to beat him 120 straight days now. I I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. Anyway, so hopefully he can take some of the stuff that I just said out loud and apply that for him. So what did he do today? He ran his 5 miles, shot his 500 shots. Let's see, maybe if he adds some push-ups and he gets stronger, because that's the part that I'm beating him on right now. Strength. He can get stronger. He can't get as strong as me, but he can get stronger. So got it? Learn more from your failures. All right, elementary school workout. Doing weights right now. I like it. All right, elementary school workout. 2-on-1 break. 2-on-1 break is the get dunked on drill. All right, where you're driving in, toss the ball high, boom, alley-oop dunk, because it's impossible to stop a 2-on-1 break. You can only stop a 2-on-1 break if you have really bad offensive players who pass the ball too much and earlier. Nice. All right. So you want to sprint in on a 2-on-1 break, pass the ball with the same hand at the side of the person that is on you. So if they're on the left-hand side, pass it with the left hand. They're on the right side, pass it with the right hand. And you're only thinking about going in for a layup. And if that defender doesn't commit to you, you score on him, period. If he does commit to you, pass it at the last second to that guy as he's running in. Also, the two people should be coming at the same exact time so that they're not staggered. Because if they're staggered, then the person gets to guard both of you, and that's not good. So come at the same time, attack, 2-on-1 breaks easy. After this, whoever scored the basket or shot the shot, sprints to half court and repeats. The other two guys outlet the ball and go out to the corners. The corner guys catch the ball, swing it again, and then they follow that path, and then everyone starts all over again, and then we keep going 2-on-1 break, 2-on-1 break, 2-on-1 break. Flares. Flare cut. It's a big, like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Ray Allen play where you fake the quick cut, and then you flare out by looking over your shoulder, and you flare away from the three-point line. Then you step into your shot with the back pick, and it tricks your defender because he has to pick a side. And if he stops your initial cut, that means he's on the wrong side of you, and then you sprint the other way. Boom, back pick. He's not even looking. Knock him out. Over the hip, overhead pass for a flare cut, and just the footwork of that is tough. We also have a flare to the corner where we're faking a curl screen, and then we sprint to the corner backwards off the diagonal. So there's two different flare cuts that we use, and we want to shoot a whole bunch of shots up for the footwork of it all. Baseline to bounce defense, make sure that we are securing the basket first. Make sure that we are looking towards as many screens as we can possibly see. The person taking the ball out of bounds, the person guarding that person needs to be underneath the basket with his hands up, preventing the weak side block pass. Dylan and I talked about this part where the person taking the ball out of bounds, if they have that weak side bounce pass, they can easily see it. But now, if there's a person guarding them, taking care of that like a goalie, now it's going to be a little bit harder. You make everything pass out. Make them pass out. Make them run a play. Don't worry about over denying everything. Just make them not score a layup off the baseline of bounds because they're right there. They're no closer. It's a very, very dangerous spot to be in. Make them pass it out. Make them go. Next one is 5-second count extension. This is how you can trick the referee. He's going to be counting. Boom, 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 boom. And you have more than 5 seconds to hold the ball. All right? You don't want to be holding it too long, of course. But you can hold it for 4 seconds. And then when he gets to 4, boom, start to dribble and protect the ball. Then he will switch hands and start kind of like that. And then you have 4 more seconds. Then you can pick it up again. And then he'll count to 4 again, and then you have to pass. So you really have 12 seconds with the ball. So stay calm. Don't throw the ball away. Watch out the side of your eye for the referee for his count. And if you have the ball, you can also, if you're quick enough, you can back away from your defender really fast. And then the count will reset as well. So you can keep your dribble, and if you can get away from him by about like 4 feet or so, the referee will stop counting, and then you get a new count. So he can't chase you everywhere. So if you can back up real quick, you can extend the count like that as well. Next one is 4 to 9 seconds down by 3, baseline out of bounds. I just talked about that. So baseline out of bounds, but now we're down by 3, so we can't take the quick one because it's only 4 to 9 seconds. All right, we probably want a 3-pointer out of this. If we get, dang, if you get like a wide open layup, yeah, take it as always. Especially if there's like 7 seconds left or more. But if there's like 5 seconds left, dude, I wouldn't even do that. I would definitely try to get a 3-pointer up. And you don't want to be chucking it. So you want to set a good screen to try to get open. If that doesn't work, you penetrate. Because there's not 3 seconds on the clock, 2, 1. It's about like 7 seconds on the clock, or 6 seconds. There's enough time to catch, penetrate, screen the inbounds passer maybe for a shot, or create for other people. All right, or go a quick. I wouldn't even go quick pick and roll actually, but do something so that someone gets open, get the ball into your best player's hand, and let him create. Last one is 5-on-5, oldest versus youngest. I love this one. All right, it's when you get to your young guys a chance to play against the older guys. All right, and the older guys a chance to just dominate. All right, because they're just like favorite underdog 1-on-1. There's always going to be a better person. There's always going to be a worse person, and it's what you do when you're the worst person, what you do when you're the better person that will define you. All right, if you're a killer, you got to kill, and if you are to be killed, you got to go out guns a blazing. Which brings me to my motivational story of the day. All right. Oh, you know what? That was yesterday. It's all right. I'm gonna say the yesterday one right now. All right. So I talked to him about a gunslinger called Wyatt Earp, and he was like back to the wall. Everyone was shooting at him, and all of a sudden he just jumps out there and just goes boom, 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 and starts shooting everyone. Just walks through all these like bullets, almost dying, and he just kills everyone. And everyone runs away, whatever. And then the one guy goes, "Oh my God, have you ever seen something like that?" And the other guy goes, "I've never heard of anything like that." It's this movie called Tombstone, and I think the guy was just ready to die. All right, but he didn't, and he survived it. And he has a great story to tell. Well, when you're about to go out, you got to go out guns a blazing. Now, I'm not saying that to Donald Trump. All right, if he gets beat, he needs to just leave. But he might go out guns a blazing. And what I mean by guns a blazing, maybe not shooting, but he might like, hey, I'm gonna sue somebody. I'm gonna demand a recount. I'm gonna like. That's how you should go out, honestly. Don't just give up. Give up. All right, no. You're down by 60. Go out, guns a blazing. You should be pressing the other team, attacking them, trying so hard that they wonder, what in the world? Do you not see the score? Why are you trying so hard? And for you guys, just on a daily basis, maybe you can't win. Maybe you're too small. Maybe your parents are right in that you're not athletic. Blah blah blah. Okay, how are you going to go out? All right, you may not have a chance. Nope, you may not have a choice in the fact that you're going to die, but you have all the power in the world and the attitude that you have while you die. All right. So I mean, like, hey, if someone's coming at me, I'm gonna be brave. I'm not going out crying. I'm not going out peeing my pants. I'm not. I'm not. All right. I'm gonna go out guns a blazing. I'm gonna try my hardest. So for me, actually, I'm doing that. With this whole like pandemic, it's hard to run a business, dude. For straight up. All right. So for January and February, I've already been working my butt off. I've already been doing that. All right. But for January and February, I'm gonna start working 9 hours, 9 straight hours a day, and doing that with on my feet, basketball was, it's tough. It is. It really is tough. I mean, we went from having 3 workouts a day. Now it's kind of upped it to about 6 or 7 some days, and it's hard. Now I'm going 9, and I'm doing it big because if I'm going to lose, that's how I'm losing. All right, period. All right, you might beat me, sure, absolutely, but you're gonna beat me with like every shred of my humanity on the floor. All right. And there's another story that I always tell. It's about the Wolverine. Not this Wolverine. No, not that one. The Wolverine, the actual animal. And it's cool because he's like the size of a dog, kind of tough. And the Wolverine, whenever a moose comes up to it, the moose runs away. The moose is so much bigger. Moose is like 10 feet tall. And it runs away from the Wolverine. Why? Because even though the moose can kill the Wolverine, like 100 times out of 100, the Wolverine will get killed by the moose. The moose still runs away because every time that he fights a Wolverine, the moose will end up with a broken leg or like scratches everywhere or no eye. Like Wolverines are tough. They say, you're going to beat me. I get it. But you're going to leave here hobbling and you will remember me your entire life. And because of that attitude, the moose goes, you win. And it took someone who's like obviously better and the person's obviously worse. The Wolverine's here, but because of its tenacity, I won't say its tenaciousness, because of its tenacity, the big moose just skirts, just leaves. All right, so I don't know which one you guys are in life, whether you're the moose or the Wolverine, but yo, the Wolverine wins. And just because the moose is better doesn't mean anything, because the Wolverine is the way that it is. All right, so be like that. If you happen to be a moose in life, if you happen to be better, act like a Wolverine so that whoever's better than you can't stand a chance. And all these people below you, they really don't stand a chance. All right. Anyways, the next workout is middle school. I'll just blab through these real quick. We got our 3-man weave, 1-on-1 alley, 4-on-3 scramble, patient 0, 50, 100, 0 to 3 seconds down by 3, and down by 10 with 3 minutes left. All right, those are all those workouts. Make sure that you guys are doing your workout. I got Blake Bastani just let us know that he has been doing his workouts and he's starting to post again, but that school is in the way. All right. He goes, doing it all with school is hard. All right. I know this. I was a student. All right. And it is hard. It is most definitely hard. All right. And people think that it's just going to be so easy. Like, oh, yeah, let me just play basketball. It's never just playing basketball, guys. It's basketball plus something else, plus school, plus family, plus something else. And you have to balance it all. And when you balance it all, you have to have a very good mind for scheduling. All right. That's why I'm so hard on you guys about showing up on time, doing this, because you have to balance so much stuff in your life. It's never just basketball. Even when you're a pro, it's never just basketball. So Blake says that he's starting to post again. He just posted today. He said he's been doing the workouts at least 5 days a week. He said he's trying to up that to 7. So I'll take his word for it, but we will see once the games start to continue. All right. Once we come back and start playing, we will see who is ready to bring it, who has worked the hardest over this time. And I think we're going to have like a year under our belts, probably, right, before we start like in March. That would be 1 year all to yourself. What did you do in that 1 year that made you a better basketball player? All right, what did you do in the pandemic year to make you a better basketball player? All right, because, I mean, there's been some amazing pandemic stories. I told you guys at the beginning of the year, actually, a few of them. And some of them are like Shakespeare wrote King Lear. It's this play. He wrote that during the pandemic. This guy who invented calculus, he invented it during a pandemic. All right, when everyone was locked inside their houses, no one could move. Most people went crazy. Most people did nothing. But these people did everything. A guy dying from the Spanish flu. It's very famous painter. He painted his best painting of all time. It was of himself dying during a pandemic. With nothing to do for so long. And I know now we have school, but there's still not as much to do. Because we can't go places with our friends. You know, it's kind of harder, right? So you're still a little bit locked away. What are you going to do with this time? And after the year's done, did you do anything special? Did you come back like TJ Warren and just like all of a sudden you're an all-star because you work so hard? All right. So it's your choice. Hopefully you guys make the right decision. And hopefully you've been making the right decision. So again, now's the time. All right. Sway says he started. He's ready to go. I'm really proud of him for doing this one day. That's awesome. Let's see if you can keep going, man. Be better than I ever was. All right. Next one is high school. Reverse layups. Baseline out of bounds for shots. Loose balls. Press break walkthrough. 49 seconds down by 3 with free throws and 5-on-5. All right. For loose balls, we came up with the drill where you don't have to slide on the floor. But it's mainly for when your hand is on the ground, you got to put your hand just off the ground. Get down to push-up position almost, but then have your knee forward. Have one knee forward, 1 foot behind. And like be ready like you're starting a race. But put your hands just off the ground. Then what you're going to do is right before you place your hands on the ground, you're going to throw your front leg straight back into a push-up position and then land on your hands. Because it's that movement that will create a perfect dive. So when you are running, you got to create that movement. And I'm trying to get you guys used to that movement. So that's how we figured out how to do a loose ball drill on outdoor cement. So we're not sliding, we're not doing anything like that. We're just practicing that part where you drop your hands real quick and move your leg out the way. All right, one motivational story of the day is some parents avoid allowing their kids to begin a sport early because they don't want to make the choice for them. But in actuality, they are making the choice for their child by keeping them from getting that crucial head start. So basically, it's like this. As a parent, we don't want to force our kids to do anything besides school. You better do that. You better become a lawyer. Parents force your kids to do everything. They force you to eat vegetables. They force you. All right. But the parents, they don't want to force you to do sports. I get it. That's all good. But they also say, I want you to have a chance to play sports. As your parent, if you want to be an NBA player, I should give you a chance to do that. Thing is that if they don't send you to school, they might say you don't have to become a lawyer or a doctor. But if they choose to not send you to school ever, and then you don't go to school until you're like a senior, and they just made that choice for you. Now you have no chance to become a doctor. And if they keep you out of sports until you're like in third grade or fourth grade, they just made the choice for you as well, because people are starting earlier and earlier, and they're just getting way too good. And by the time that you start, it's probably too late. Not because it's too late to come back. You can always make a comeback, right? It's just too late because you're not going to be inspired enough to keep going if you're losing those first games. If you're not as good as everyone else, you're not going to want to try as hard. 2, if you're not good enough, your parents won't let you do crazy things. So like, if you were like, let's say the best player in California, and you were like, hey, Dad, Mom, I'm the best player in California. They're like, I know, it's amazing. I love watching you play. And then you go, can I be on this all-star team that will be traveling to Vegas? They'll be like, yeah, because you can do this. Can I work out 5 hours a day? Yeah, because you can go to the NBA. We believe in you. But if you're just okay or not that good, and you're like, Dad, Mom, can we spend $500 on basketball? They're going to be like, again, you're not even good at it. And I know not every parent's like that, but enough are. A lot of parents are. So because they're like that, they got to get you started earlier. All right. Same thing with lifting earlier, all this other stuff. The only bad part about lifting early is that you will do it incorrectly. So they have to make sure that you're doing it correctly. It's the only thing bad with starting basketball early is that you might do it incorrectly. Just do it correctly. All right. So if you truly want to give yourself a chance, you got to put forth the effort right away. Then you have a chance. Then you have a choice. All right. So when you're a senior and you're the best player in the country, in Kentucky and North Carolina, they all want you to come to their school to play. Then you can say, no, I don't want to play basketball. I want to quit. I want to go be a dentist. Okay, cool. That's giving you a choice. Not allowing you to become good is absolutely forcing you to not be good. And if parents really don't want to force you, they should allow you to become as good as you want to be. Then you have a choice. So that's how you can tell your parents. You can trick them like that, all right? And allow you to begin a few things early, but you have to take it seriously. You have to go out there and you have to make your life your own so that in the end, you never get cut. Okay? Some of you guys might get cut for junior high. Some of you guys might get cut for freshman year in high school. Some of you guys might get cut by not getting picked up at a college. Some of you might get cut by not getting picked up by an NBA team. Some of you might get cut after your 7th year in the NBA, but eventually they're going to tell you to stop playing. A very special few people will leave on their own terms. And it's your goal in life to be one of those special people where you get to be like, I was good enough and I chose to stop playing. So when I stopped playing in Taiwan, they actually called me up several times for the next couple of years. They're like, will you come back? And I was like, no. And that was a good feeling. Now, it wasn't the NBA, but it was something. And to not get cut, to not be told that I can't play was a really, really great feeling. And I wish that upon all you guys. So go for it all. Go with all your heart and follow the book. Make sure you guys keep up with it and go and take care of everything. All right. Don't forget our movies for the month. Once you watch them, let me know by putting a review online. All right. Watch these movies. They're amazing. They push you forward. All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. If you're coming to Tice Valley, I will see you then. All right. Peace, y'all.